And worldly life shouldn't delude you. You shouldn't be deluded by it. You shouldn't be deceived by it. Gharra in Arabic is to be deceived. Is to be conned. And to be deceived in the end also, some say. And you were playing along and at the very end you found out it was a trick being played on you. That's gharra also. So فَلَا تَغُرَّنَّكُمُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. Worldly life shouldn't deceive you. وَلَا يَغُرَّنَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغَرُورِ. And in regards to Allah, the ultimately deceptive shaitan shouldn't get a hold of you. He shouldn't get the best of you. You know what that means? First of all, Allah mentions worldly life and how captivating it can be and how you can get immersed in it in whatever capacity. Some people are workaholics, some people are sportaholics, some people are video game crazy, some people are food crazy, some people are house crazy, some people are fashion crazy, some people are beauty crazy, some people are status crazy and fame crazy. People have different kinds of crazes in this world, and that becomes their life. All their life amounts to is this one thing, And then there are people that they just want to live life and not worry about anything else. They just want to hang out their whole life. What do you want to do? I don't know. Chill. What do you want to do tomorrow? Chill. What's your future plans? I don't got none. Just chilling, I guess. No plans. This is worldly life. There's nothing else to life. There's no purpose. You're not heading towards anything greater. And so, now, when you become immersed in that, even if you're Muslim, so I'm talking to Muslims now, even though this surah is Makki, so it's talking to everybody. And Nas is everybody. But these durus are mostly going to be heard by Muslims. So when a Muslim hears worldly life shouldn't get the best of you, you shouldn't think, oh, Allah's talking to the Quraysh, He's not talking about us. Sure, it can get the best of us. And then when it gets the best of us, that shaitan modifies his tricks. See, his tricks to the mushrikun are different. His deceptions to the people of shirk are different. His deceptions to the people of Islam are different. To the people of Islam, to the Muslims, the shaitan comes and says, hey, I know you're messed up, but you're not that messed up. I mean, you prayed in Ramadan, right? Like twice. So you're good. You fasted, didn't you? Yeah, so you're fasting. So what's a little something on the side once in a while? It's okay. If you did these 1 or 2, 3, 4 messed up things, or you're earning from questionable means, it doesn't matter. You just fasted all of Ramadan. You're planning on going to Umrah, aren't you? It's all good then. And so one of the ways of deception of shaitan is he makes you proud of your good deeds, or makes you feel like your good deeds should compensate for your bad behavior. He just convinces you that somehow your good deeds should be good enough, and Allah is not going to punish you. Another trick number 2, very common among Muslims, Allah is so merciful. His mercy is so awesome. Why would He ever punish you? I mean, think about it. His mercy is way too big, and your crimes are way too small. So there's no way He's going to come after you. What kind of Allah would call Himself Ar-Rahman? We say Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and He would still punish you. That's another very common trick shaitan plays on Muslims. In regards to Allah, he will deceive you. The ayah says, وَلَا يَغُرَّنَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغُرُورِ. In regards to Allah, he'll deceive you. He'll tell you stuff about Allah that'll throw you off. And it's not just to make you a disbeliever. It's just to not have the right idea about Allah. To not have the right idea. What He expects from you. What He wants from you. Then he'll come to you about Allah and say, Allah gave you all this talent. Allah gave you all your good looks. Why wouldn't you be a player? What Allah wants you to do. That's what Allah wants from you. That's why He gave you all this talent. Allah made you an amazing singer. Why wouldn't you go, become a rock star and do your concert tour and all of that? That's what Allah wants from you. There are actually Muslim, actors and singers and musicians that consider themselves very spiritual and say, I'm inspired by Allah. Allah wants me to do this. And then there are those who are like ambassadors of Muslim humiliation. Some of these people, right? Entertainers. And then they donate to humanitarian causes in Ramadan. And that's somehow supposed to, he's a good person. How can you call them a bad person? They're a good person. They donated so much to orphans. They did. That's great. But in regards to their relationship with Allah is not determined by one deed or 2 deeds that you and I think are nice. It doesn't compensate for the other stuff. It doesn't work that way in our deen. وَلَا يَغُرَّنَّكُمْ بِاللَّهِ الْغَرُورِ. إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ. Shaitan, no doubt about it, is an enemy to you. فَاتَّخِذُوهُ عَدُوًّا. And take him as an enemy then. إِنَّمَا يَدْعُو حِزْبَهُ لِيَكُونُوا مِنْ أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. He calls on his party حِزْبَهُ, his party. Whoever listens to him is his party. Whoever takes influence from him is his party. So that they can all become from the people of the blazing flame. الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ. Those who disbelieve, they already have intense punishment. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَهُمْ مَغْفِرَةٌ وَأَجْرٌ كَبِيرٌ. Those who believe and did the few righteous deeds expected of them, they will especially, or they alone will have forgiveness and a huge compensation. أَفَمَنْ زُيِّنَ لَهُ سُوءُ عَمَلِهِ فَرَآهُ حَسَنًا. Then as for the one who for him his most evil of deeds have been beautified. He does the wrong thing and it's beautified to him. He loves doing the wrong thing. He's obsessed with doing the wrong thing. He glorifies the wrong thing. I mean, look at our society. You heard the recent Chick-fil-A phenomenon? You know? And there are people in the homosexual community who are now going and demonstrating in front of them and doing acts of fahsha in front of the restaurant and things like that. It's been beautified to them, like they're working on some humanitarian cause. Like they're working for some kind of justice. It'll be in their minds, they're like progressing humanity forward and moving them out of the shackles of closed-minded religious thought. You know, that's what they're going to look at it as. There are going to be people that are going to work towards these causes, and you would think, in their mind, they're working towards women's liberation. Equal rights. It sounds good on the outside, but when women are used as pieces of flesh in the advertising industry, nobody raises a finger. Nobody says anything. You know, because it's women's liberation. They're free to do what they want. You can give it a pretty title. And that's the way to do it nowadays. It's to give it a pretty title.